The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, UNU Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Big shout out to the troops. You guys are doing a good job. Keep up the good work. Come home safe. Everybody's rooting for you. So we're going to roll right into the show. I know it's been a couple of weeks. We apologize, but we're here. We're finally live.
I died.
Yep, Matt died, but we brought him back. So
He only took a African medicine man and a chicken.
right. Oh man. So Crybaby of the week. This one was a doozy. I mean, I'm still dumbfounded by this, and I heard about this a week and a half ago. I think was when I told you about it.
I think something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So this Instagram model, she's 21 years old, and let me get the story pulled up here. Basically, a bunch of internet trolls kept reporting her account as like a spam account, and her account wound up getting shut down. She had like 113,000 followers on her Instagram.
Ooh, a whole 113,000?
Yeah, which I mean, she was getting paid off of it. Apparently, good money. So, basically, she's upset because her account got shut down, and now she is going to have to find a regular job.
Oh no.
I know.
Not a real job.
Yeah, a 9 to 5 is what she calls it.
Shit, she hopes she gets a 9 to 5.
Right?
Shit. Hope she winds up with a damn 5 a.m. to 4:30.
Right. So, yeah, she's gonna have to work a 9 to 5 job. Yeah, at least she knows her worth, kind of.
Does she really? Do that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's something she's got going for her. You know, she's honest with herself.
Yeah, I'm completely fucking useless. Well, thanks for the honesty. Now,
Right.
go find a fucking usable skill and put it to work.
Yeah, and you know, she went on to say that she used to be a stripper. She used to be a prostitute. Those are skills.
Okay, look, stripper thing's a skill. Laying down, not so much a skill.
But do we know for a fact that all she was doing was laying down? She might have been putting forth the effort.
You gotta think, 10 to 20 guys a day, you're gonna lose your enthusiasm after about 4.
You never know. So, but yeah, bless her little heart. She's gonna have to find a 9 to 5 job now.
Oh no.
So, wish I could find a 9 to 5 job.
I got one.
I mean, I've got a 5:30 to 9 job.
Yeah, so I mean, close enough.
Yeah. So
Hit the button.
Yeah. This one is for her. Oh man, I'm glad we're finally getting to do another live show. It's life gets in the way sometimes.
It was looking sketchy for a moment.
Life gets in the way sometimes, but we're going to it. So
yeah, you missed us.
You did. Don't be afraid to go on the Facebook and tell us.
No, reverse psychology. Don't go on the Facebook and tell us.
I don't think reverse psychology is going to work on our listeners.
You never know. What if our listeners are a bunch of Marines? The first thing they want to do is the thing you tell them not to do. Truth or false?
Depends on the Marine.
Yeah, I think you got a point there. I know the first thing you want to do is the thing I tell you not to do.
What's your point?
Marine.
Marine veteran.
You aren't the exception.
I mean, kinda.
No. Anyway.
Oh man, there's been a lot going on the last couple of weeks that we need to get caught up on, and the first one we could make an entire show out of this.
But I don't wanna.
No, we're gonna compress it all down. Representative Ilhan Omar.
And that's all you need to know. Next subject.
No, we need to go in a little bit more detail.
Well, shit. I thought I was going to dodge that bullet.
No, not quite. So, a few weeks ago, she was giving a speech, and she referenced the September 11th attacks, and she did so in the only way a Muslim could.
I wouldn't say the only way a Muslim could, because that gives the impression that all Muslims are terrorists, and that's not true.
Okay, so I'll recant that.
I've actually met some pretty cool Muslim people.
As have I. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, this one, she was speaking at a dinner for the Council of American Islamic Relations in California, and when she began talking about September 11th, she made the comment, "Some people did something."
That's vaguely not how that went down.
Yeah, some people did something. Now, I know where you were on September 11th. You know where I was on September 11th.
I think we were in the same classroom.
Yeah, we were in Marty Meyer's ag shop.
No, I was in health class with King.
Okay, well, I was in Marty Meyer's ag shop.
Yeah, I was in health class because Mr. Bolden comes sauntering down the hall in his sauntery fashion, slams the door open in the middle of fucking class and screams, "The bastards got us!" And I'm like, huh?
Well, I was on morning break in between first and second period when I first heard about it, and of all people, it was David Wharton who told me.
Yeah, because he's just he keeps up with the news.
Yeah, and the way he told me was,
well, at least back then he probably does now. But
oh yeah. But the way he told me was, we got hit by a rocket attack. Who the fuck has the balls to try and do a rocket attack against us? And then I showed up in the ag shop. Myers already had the TV on, and I got in there right as the second plane hit.
Yeah, I saw that in health class.
Yeah. So, for Ilhan Omar to generalize it the way she did and downplay the way she did, some people did something.
Well, I mean, she's a Muslim. She's not going to say some... Which is kind of shitty because, if you were a Christian and some shitty Christians did something, you should want to call that out. You should want to be like, look, I'm not like that.
Did we forget about the Crusades already? Spanish Inquisition?
No one forgets Spanish Inquisition. But no, I mean, like, you would think you would want to call that out. Like, hey, I'm a part of that religion, but that's not who I am.
Right.
Make that distinction.
Right.
It's a very important distinction.
It really is. As you said, and as I said, we both know some pretty cool Muslim people.
And I mean, they have an interesting culture.
Very.
They have, like, the food from that region is amazing. Some of it. But,
don't eat any fish out of the Euphrates River.
No. But, I mean, they generally are good people.
They are, yes.
Like, not every Muslim is a terrorist.
Right.
But every terrorist tends to be a Muslim. I don't know how that works.
Well, PETA.
Oh, PETA.
Oh, they're terrorists.
Yeah, they're terrorists in the same way I'm a porn star. Set up a camera, don't make me a porn star.
No, I mean they really are. I mean, they've bombed like, you know, meat plants and shit like that.
Oh,
not in a while, but
oh no, they killed another cow again. It was already dead.
But yes, you know, like I said, for her to downplay it the way she did, as some people did something, and her being a sitting member of Congress.
I mean, man, she is not making the Democrats look good.
No.
Which, there are no Democrats making the Democrats look good.
No. So, and of course, you know, it's been a couple of weeks since the last time we did a show, but we have to bring her up.
Do we have to?
We have to. It's a thing we have to do.
Just one time.
We have to do it. Of course, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
God, I hope she loses in the next election and just fades into obscurity. She won't.
She and Rashida Tlaib have been rushing to the aid of Ilhan Omar.
Yay.
Over her "some people did something" remarks.
This can only get dumber.
You know, it's kind of like I'm trying to find a comparison. It's like, you know, your friend is in the wrong, but they're still your friend, and you're gonna back them up.
You know, it really depends on the circumstance. I'm sorry, like, it actually depends on the friend. It really depends on the friend.
You know, it's.
I do.
We have three, actually more. I don't even want to attempt to go into everybody who is supporting this, but we have three named members of Congress on this show so far: Omar, Tlaib, Cortez, or Ocasio-Cortez, whatever. Who, it was a tragedy, but some people did something.
That's how you frame it.
Yeah. And then to make matters worse, Omar's comments have been condemned by several members of the Conservative Party, notedly Dan Crenshaw.
Yes.
The representative from Texas and former Navy SEAL. And and I kid you not, this is the title of this article. AOC faces backlash for telling war vet Crenshaw he should go do something about domestic terror. Now, I read a little bit into Dan Crenshaw's exploits while he was overseas. His third deployment, he hit an IED, and that's how he lost his right eye. Managed to regain sight in his left eye. Did 2 more deployments after that.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck around.
And go do something. I'm pretty sure he fucking did something.
But not about domestic terror.
You know what? I really want to label AOC as a domestic terrorist.
And she's a domestic nuisance. But
can we call like the pest control center on her ass or some shit?
Maybe.
I liked your idea that you were talking to, you know, keep a rolled newspaper or a squirt bottle.
We need a rolled newspaper or a squirt bottle in fucking Congress. And every time she opens her mouth, just spray the bitch and then pop her on the nose.
No, bad.
She'll learn that that's how you
teach a dog.
That's how you teach a moron.
Yeah.
You know, if you repeatedly said dumb shit and I cracked you in the skull with a hammer, you would probably stop saying dumb shit after 4 or 5 times.
Right. Now, this was what brought all this on with Representative Crenshaw. He sent out a tweet right after Ilhan Omar's comments. And it says, first member of Congress to ever describe terrorists who's killed thousands of Americans on 9/11 as some people who did something. And now AOC is jumping on Crenshaw for not supporting. How are you going to support somebody who would say something like that when you spent the fucking better part of your early adult life fighting against it?
Well, here's okay. So she's jumping on Crenshaw, right? Because he doesn't support whatever, right?
Yeah. This was her response to his tweet. Ocasio-Cortez, her response to it. You refuse to co-sponsor the 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund, yet have the audacity to drum resentment towards Ilhan with completely out of context quotes. How can you take what she said out of context?
Here's the thing I would like to point out. Was it not less than a month ago she was talking about going after sitting Democrats that were voting with the Republicans?
Yes.
Okay, but now she expects sitting Republicans to vote with Democrats?
Yeah.
Like, she hates centrists until she needs some.
The tweet carries on. It says, in 2018, right-wing extremists were behind almost all U.S. domestic terrorist killings.
Well, you don't say.
First and foremost, I want to know where she got that statistic from. Almost all domestic terrorist events were right-wing extremists.
Well, you got to figure out, like, the news media is so quick to say, oh, it wasn't terrorism. It wasn't terrorism. Until a white guy does it, then it's terrorism.
Right.
So, nothing's terrorism until it's a white guy doing it. Then it's domestic terrorism.
Right.
Like, the San Bernardino shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they didn't want to call that terrorism. They just wanted to call it a shooting.
Right.
But, a white guy shoots up a church. That's terrorism.
Yeah. Or a guy sends some packages in the mail with fake bombs.
He would have been better off sending a wet cat. That would have done more damage. But anyways, so, like, how about we just call it all terrorism? If you're doing it to invoke fear, it's terrorism.
Right.
Like, that's the definition of it.
It is.
So, I mean, if you're just a wackadoodle that wanted to kill somebody, okay, that's murder. If you are purposely trying to strike fear into the hearts of a certain group of people, that's terrorism.
Yes.
So just call it for what it is.
Exactly. So she had to open her mouth further.
Because she does. It's a thing, man.
Because nobody has a rolled up newspaper or a squirt bottle.
Because, damn it, it's her time to shine.
This all of this stuff is tying in back to this Ilhan Omar thing. Ilhan Omar has created such a big stink with this one thing she said.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Fucking snowballs. So,
not long after all of this went down, trying to defend Ilhan Omar, AOC tweeted the First They Came poem, the Holocaust-themed poem, First They Came.
That is no. That's not no.
Yeah.
No, that's not how this works.
Yeah. This was actually in response to a video that President Trump released. It was a mashup video showing the planes hitting the towers, people falling out of the buildings, and in between all of these things, it kept cutting back to Ilhan Omar. Some people did something. Plane hits the tower. Ilhan Omar. Some people did something. Guy jumps out of the building. Ilhan Omar. Some people did something.
Okay. Okay. Here is the difference between the Holocaust and what happened on 9/11. The Jews provoked no one.
Right.
They just got their shit kicked in because Hitler thought it was a good fucking idea. He hated that particular group of people.
Yes.
So that's why that happened.
So a lot of people were rushing to Omar's side now, saying that she is receiving death threats and her life is in danger over this video that Trump released.
Okay, well, first off, don't send people death threats. That's just fucking childish.
I agree, but and I'm not saying that she deserves to earn death threats, but you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Well, even if the person deserves to die, don't send them. That's just childish. If you got a problem with someone, talk to them like an adult. I know it's hard with Democrats because most of them aren't, but you try.
Yeah.
Don't send death threats. That's cowardly.
So, but again, AOC and a lot of other sitting Democrats are saying that the President Trump has put Ilhan Omar's life in danger with that video.
No, he showed a video of one of the worst things to ever happen in this country. And it just so happened to coincide with the fact that
somebody was generalizing it as
someone did
not a
something.
big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, I don't know Ilhan Omar's background. I don't know if she was born in the States.
She was not actually. I looked this up the other day. She was born in 1981 in Mogadishu, Somalia.
Okay.
She came to the United States in 92, I believe it was.
So she's about, 11 years old?
Yeah, about 92. Okay. She came to the United States around 92 after they fled, or her family fled Somalia, stayed in a Kenyan refugee camp for about a year. Then they came to the States, illegally, I might add. Because they came in 92. They didn't claim asylum until 95.
Yeah.
And then she earned her citizenship in 2000.
So, here's my thing. Okay, she grew up in Somalia her first 11 years of her life, where the conditions are pretty fucking horrible.
Yes.
And the shit that we see on 9/11 is pretty much commonplace.
Yes.
So, to her, some people did do something. Because that's just what she's used to. At least for the first 11 years of her life.
But if we're talking about Somalia, Black Hawk Down, all that shit like that, yeah, some people did something. We're not used to that shit here. September 11th was the first major terrorist attack on U.S. soil since Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. And luckily for the people of the Middle East, we showed restraint.
Yeah, and I'm not, and and I don't want to downplay the Oklahoma City bombing or anything like that. That was a terrorist act as well, but nowhere near the caliber as.
Well, it was a terrorist attack, yes, but that was homegrown terrorism.
Mm-hmm.
We dealt with our own. This was by an outside force.
Yes.
Trying to stand up to who they call imperialist America, which it's kind of hard to argue imperialist America. We do have a tendency to go, hey, nice government you have there. It'd be a shame if we overthrew it. We tend to have that effect on governments.
Felt cute, might overthrow your government later. I don't know.
Yeah, something along those lines, It's hard to say that we haven't done that a time or 12. But I don't know. I'm all for the strict isolationist policy. Bring everybody home, fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
And, let's just stay at home and chill and drink beer and have a good time.
Yeah, I look at it from the standpoint of how am I going to yell at you and tell you to cut your fucking grass when I haven't cut my grass for a month?
Exactly. Like, we got problems that need fixing here.
Yeah, let's fix our problems, then we can help somebody else fix their shit.
No, fuck that. That's their shit.
I didn't say we would. I said we can.
No, I mean, look at it this way. I mean, we're out there, we're doing humanitarian aid. At what cost? Are these places getting any better?
No, as a matter of fact, we're still losing American service members overseas.
These places aren't getting any better. Let them run themselves and let our guys and girls come home.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about Assange? I really want to talk about Assange.
Oh, Julian Assange being arrested?
I really want to talk about it.
Go right ahead.
I don't know how many people are aware.
I haven't followed the story, so I'll let you spearhead this one.
It was fucking hilarious. Okay, you know, he sought refuge with in the Ecuadorian that shit.
Yeah.
What's it called? The motherfucker. I can't remember what it was called. But he sought refuge with Ecuador. Okay. So he's there chilling in England at, you know, they bust into and drag him out. And I found it funny, and the reason I found it funny, because I don't... Look, whistleblowers are alright in my book. Like, I'm all for it, you know. Somebody's doing some shady shit, I want to know about it. I don't want to be a part of it, but I kind of want to know about it. The thing I found funny was, right after that happened, our government cuts a $4.5 billion check to the Ecuadorian government. We bought that one.
Really interesting. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not saying that 2 + 2 = 4, but it damn sure ain't Jello. So that's all I got to say about that. It was a little fishy.
Right. So,
I mean, dude's been in the asylum for what, 7 years?
yeah, something like that.
And then all of a sudden, the new Ecuadorian president that just came into power was like, oh, well, he was trying to steal secrets from our government. Here he is. Oh, money. Cool. Yeah, that doesn't look suspicious or anything.
Not one bit. So,
the heart of the deal. Donald J. Trump.
Oh, man. So,
I plugged your book, so don't send black SUVs to my house.
Wonder how much time... Yeah, I got enough time to make it out of here before they show up.
Well, I ain't going down without a fight.
So, we're going to move on. This has got to be one of the greatest moves Trump has ever pulled since this whole immigrant caravan thing started. And he is talking about taking these overflow of illegal immigrants and dumping them in sanctuary cities.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is all of the liberals are up in arms over it.
Well, mostly Cher.
Well, yeah. There's been a few others.
It was mostly Cher, but damn it, it was funny.
Oh, God.
Her tweet didn't age well. It aged like fucking milk.
Aged like she did.
It's worse than milk, I think.
Yeah. And I know the tweet you're talking about, but I don't remember it specifically. But basically, she was condemning the president for wanting to dump these illegal immigrants in these sanctuary cities. Well, when she was all for the idea of sanctuary cities, and
it's fucking funny. Here's what's the fucking funny part. She
Right.
was all like, hey, you know, we as the American government should be taking in these illegal aliens and giving them places to live and blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, the people, you know, that aren't ridiculously stupid were like, but we have homeless veterans
and homeless children.
And homeless children that deserve aid before foreign people.
Right.
And they're like, oh, that's just what-if-isms and, you know, blah, blah, blah.
And you're a racist if you think that way.
And you know what's funny? What was Cher's tweet? She literally said, we have homeless vets on the street.
Yep.
That and I'm like, are you, like, dear God, did you break your neck with that 180?
I think... See, I've come to the conclusion that a lot of people in Hollywood have handlers running their Twitters and social media accounts and everything. I don't think Cher is one of those people.
She needs to be.
She should, because a handler would be smart enough to say, hey, I tweeted the exact opposite of what I'm about to tweet back on this date. Somebody might pick up on that.
I literally read, if you put the two tweets side by side and read them, you will get whiplash from the head jerk. You're like, what?
Yeah.
I'm in a neck brace right now. You can't see it, but I'm in a neck brace. I have whiplash.
I see it.
You see it. They don't.
I can confirm. Normally, I can neither confirm or deny, but in this case, I confirm.
Yeah, because two people on the radio have never lied to anybody. But yeah, I mean, it was a complete 180, and I was just like, this is fucking comedy gold.
Yeah, they were all for the idea of helping out illegal immigrants and having these sanctuary cities to protect them and everything until we started putting them in there.
And like, wait a minute, I thought we were just gonna like send them to like Alabama or something.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna talk about this now. You're taking it a step too far.
Trump's like, fuck that, we ain't gonna talk about it, you fixing to be about it. He went straight gangster on them.
Fuck yeah, he did.
And I'm not like the biggest Trump fan, but when he makes gangster moves like that, I'm like, man, he's a straight up G. I don't care what anybody says. I don't know, I probably broke something.
I've been working, you've been here at the house, and you've been breaking shit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Par for the course. But yeah, he's like, when he does stuff like that, he's a straight up G, and he's got my vote. Unless I ride in Darth Vader. It's a toss up.
I'm riding in Archer next time.
Sterling Archer.
Or General Mattis.
Duchess. Right in his code name.
Duchess.
We are voting for the Duchess.
Now, this topic isn't on the board, but we're going to touch on this for a second. Last time we were live.
Yay, surprise topics.
Yay! Last time we were live, we talked about Michael Avenatti and the shit he's in now.
Oh, it's big.
Oh, yes. Just to give you a recap, he was caught... And when I say caught, I mean like on tape trying to blackmail Nike. He had all of this information that was going to ruin Nike and shut them down, and he was blackmailing them for millions of dollars. Well, Nike decided they were going to get the feds involved, and they set up a sting on Avenatti.
Sure did.
So they arranged a meeting with Avenatti to say, okay, yeah, come in and we'll discuss your terms. And when he showed up, he was met with a lot of people in black SUVs.
Okay, first off, who does their own dirty work these days? You gotta send a fall guy.
Right.
Like, that's like criminal rule 101, not that I would know, but you gotta send a fall guy.
Right.
Did he miss that day in criminal class?
I guess he did. Maybe. He might have been sick that day.
He gonna need I don't know, he gonna have to resurrect Johnny Cochran if he wants to get out of this one.
I don't even know if Johnny Cochran could save his ass on this.
Hey, glove don't fit, can't prove shit.
Yeah, but there's no gloves involved here.
Cochran would find a way to make a glove involved.
This is Chewbacca.
Yeah, I don't think there's a defense team in the nation that could turn this one around and be like, oh, well, what he meant to say was.
Yeah.
No, you're going to do some pretty hefty community service. You're not going to jail or nothing. You're a Democrat.
I don't know, because they might throw the book at him. They might make an example of him. And if he is convicted of the max punishment of everything he has been charged with, he is facing 335 years.
I think I read the book they're going to throw at him. It's the same one they threw at Jussie Smollett. And,
Jussie Smollett's not done.
He it must have been made of foam rubber because it didn't hurt too bad.
Jussie Smollett is not done. I don't care what people say. He is not done.
He's a Democrat. He's done.
I don't think the FBI is going to give a shit.
Yeah, I put as much faith in the FBI as I do like Mexican tap water. I ain't drinking that shit.
Yeah, don't even brush your teeth with it.
No, man. You know what? There's a lot of things. I'm putting tequila in the toilet. I don't want it to splash on me. So, with that being said, how much I trust.
So basically, what you're saying is you're going to piss in the toilet.
Basically, what I'm saying is my FBI agent that's connected to my phone is probably pretty pissed with me right now. He won't be monitoring my text tonight. We're not on speaking terms.
So, yeah, I don't think Smollett's done, and I personally think they might try to set an example of Avenatti, just simply because of what he did defending Stormy Daniels against Trump. And then, throwing his hat in the ring for presidential bid. He didn't officially throw it in there. He had made allusions to it. Oh yeah, I might run for president. I'm thinking about running for president.
I tell you what,
he's not thinking about it no more.
Bullshit! I'm telling you what, he gets free of these charges. He might be the next president.
I don't think so.
I'm just saying, man.
I don't think so. I don't see it happening.
It's stranger things have happened.
I don't see it happening. Not for him. I think Bernie Sanders stands a better chance than he does.
How many times do we have to tell you this, old man? Oh, yeah, I think if Bernie Sanders gets elected president, I'm just going to build a cabin off grid somewhere and just ride that shit out.
No, you can't do that because somebody somewhere is entitled to part of that.
The hell you say?
According to Bernie Sanders, under his socialist rule, somebody somewhere is entitled to half your shit.
Yeah, well, I want to be entitled to half his houses.
Right?
And half the colleges him and his wife bankrupt.
Yeah.
Which is, just a half. I think they only did one, but they screwed it really good.
So, now the next topic that we have, we're not even going to segue into this. There's really no way to segue into this for what we did.
Segue.
There was no segue. I just said there wasn't.
You could have sang America the Beautiful or something. I don't know.
But then how would I have segued into that?
I don't know. Just start singing it. We'll figure it out. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. Oh, let me get the article pulled up here because this one's a doozy, and of all places, it's in California too. Here we go.
Go figure.
So,
California.
Yeah. Laguna Beach.
Cool.
Yeah. Laguna Beach just got a new police cruiser rewrapped. And the word police has the depiction of the American flag, throughout the word police.
Yeah.
A lot of police departments do it.
Like everyone around here ever.
Yeah.
Like, come to Alabama. It's everywhere.
Yeah, because, we care about the flag. But apparently a lot of residents in that area seem to think that displaying the flag on the police cars is very aggressive and some people might be offended.
I don't care what a cop's got on his car as long as his gun remains in his holster.
Unless he absolutely has to use it.
I mean, when he's dealing with me, I don't give a fuck what's on his car as long as his gun is in his holster. He could have anything on his car. I'm talking like he could have satanic verses. He could have like the last rites in the Catholic Bible. Anything. As long as he's not shooting me, I don't give a shit. Nothing is more aggressive than a cop pointing the business end of a Glock in your face.
That's true.
That's aggression.
Yeah.
A flag inside of a word is... It's a flag inside of a word.
Or, a cop thinking that she's shooting you with a taser and then accidentally shoots you with a gun. Did you hear about that shit?
I don't want to hear about it because I know. How do you fuck that up? They don't even weigh the same.
I don't know.
Trust
I really
me.
don't, but this did actually happen. A suspect in a traffic stop became combative, and an officer arrived with backup, and the suspect threw the officer to the ground, got on top of him, started attacking him, and you hear the officer in the video yell, "Taser, taser, taser," and then bang!
Whoops!
And then all of a sudden you hear the officer go, "Oh shit, I shot him."
Probably not the next sentence that should have come out of her mouth.
Now, I was on PMO for a bit when I was on active duty. I was fortunate enough that I got out of PMO and went to ride a desk before they introduced tasers. So I'm glad I did not have to get certified to use one.
You ever been tased?
I have been tased.
It sucks.
Yes, it does.
Oh man. I didn't get the barbs. I just got a dry stun, but
Yeah, no, they do the barbs.
yeah, I just got a dry. Well, a cop pulls the trigger on the barbs. They got to write paperwork, but if he takes the clip off and dry stuns you, he don't have to do paperwork. But it'll put some fucking lead in your pencil.
Yeah. So, but Yeah, I have been tased. It's not fun. And the way they had us set up was if you were a right-handed shooter, your pistol, your sidearm was on your right hip, and your taser was on the front of your left hip, set up for a cross draw.
You know, that's what I thought. I was like, don't they carry those opposite their sidearm?
They're supposed to.
Like, because, I mean, I wouldn't want my taser right next to my gun. That might impede my draw.
Or you might grab the wrong thing.
It might impede my draw. I'm not retarded. I know taser, pistol, taser. I know what they feel like.
Yeah, you say that until bullets start flying your way, and then all of a sudden you're reaching for something that feels like a pistol, and the next thing you know, you got a taser in your hand.
You know what? If that were to happen, I might just taser this dude in the fucking forehead.
I mean, something.
Like, I've already got it. I'm pulling the trigger, and then I'll re-up.
Yeah. So, but yeah, she pulled her pistol instead of her taser, and she shot the suspect.
Did the suspect die?
I do not remember because it's been so long since I read the story.
Okay, if he didn't die, and he didn't sue the city, there's something wrong with him. I don't care how combative he is.
Right.
You draw the wrong weapon and shoot me with at least a 40 cal.
Well, I think the officer is being brought up on charges.
Damn all that! I want my money. Let her keep her job. Just give me my money.
Now, I think the officer,
don't let her keep her job. She'll just shoot somebody else.
Yeah,
Probably yourself.
I do think the officer is being brought up on charges. But going back to this, flag on the cars thing. They have it planned. 11 squad cars were going to have this same rap job, and like I said, a lot of the residents were, it's aggressive and people would be offended. But according to the chief of police out there, he said he's had nothing but positive feedback driving around in that vehicle. That one vehicle, he pulls up to a stop sign or pulls up to a red light, and all he hears is how great it looks.
Okay. If you get offended by, I don't care what flag it is. If you get offended by a flag, you're just a weak visual. I don't care.
The Nazi swastika flag, I could see people taking offense to that.
Again, I say it's a piece of cloth. It literally is a piece of cloth. It's not evil until you attach meaning to it.
I agree with you to an extent, and the reason why is because I used to collect World War II memorabilia, and I didn't care if it was American or Japanese or British. I even had some stuff, and I still do, have some memorabilia from the Third Reich. The only thing that I have now that has the depiction of the swastika on it is I have a coin from the Third Reich that has the swastika on it, and I have some 8mm ammunition that is stamped with the eagle and swastika on the rim.
I don't know if I'd be saying that with my bald ass head. Don't look good.
Yeah,
don't look good.
Yep. Listeners didn't know I had a bald head until you said something.
We got to be honest in radio.
Yeah, neck in a brace.
Okay, you got to be honest in radio. I'm the comic relief, damn it.
Like I said, it was part of a World War II collection that I had. I wasn't, and I displayed it all together. When I was in South Carolina, I actually had a room dedicated to my collection. So you would walk into this room and you would see American memorabilia, British, German, all of it, Russian.
You couldn't get any Italian memorabilia?
No.
They kept switching sides. Sons of bitches.
They were. Couldn't get any French memorabilia either.
That's because they spent the entire war getting their ass kicked. Sorry, French people. I know you're going through some shit right now, but I'm going to make light of that.
Yeah.
But, like I said, to me, nothing is hateful until you attach hate to it.
I agree.
So if you get offended by literally a piece of cloth, you're a weak individual.
Yes.
Sorry. Sorry, Jewish people. I don't know.
And, not only that, this is the flag of our nation. If you're offended by that flag, get the fuck out.
I mean, I get that there are people in this country that don't necessarily agree with what our government tells our military to do.
Right.
I'm one of those people that is like, I don't agree with everything the government tells our military to do. But that doesn't mean that I don't want our military men and women to not be safe. I want them to come home. I want them to come back to their families. I just don't agree with everything they're having to do. But with that being said, the flag doesn't offend me.
No.
I mean, when we go to football games, I still put my hand over my heart and do the thing and listen to special song.
Yeah.
Skycloth and freedom. I mean, it's not. I don't know. I don't get people getting offended over things like that. I don't get people getting offended. Period.
Yeah. I don't remember the comedian's name, but he was talking about everybody being offended about shit. Well, you said this, and I'm offended. I don't care. You're offended. So what? That's your problem. That's not my problem.
A lot less people would be offended if we brought back dueling.
Oh, absolutely. we should do that.
Yeah, that's so illegal. You can't just be taking people out back and shooting them no more.
I mean, your odds are just as good of shooting somebody as they are of getting shot.
Back in the day, we used to take people like you out back and beat them with a hose, but now you got your goddamn unions.
Now, look, I'm not a pro-union guy.
I mean, that's literally, presidents used to duel in this country.
Yes.
Wasn't it Alexander Hamilton? Wasn't he in a few duels?
I think he was, yeah. That's right.
Literally, sitting presidents used to be like, all right, motherfucker, me and you, 10 paces, pistols. Granted, those pistols were about as accurate as me pissing at you, but they still went out there and did the thing. So, good enough for a president, I say good enough for me.
Right.
It may be barbaric, but I bet you don't say you're offended too many times. You get away with that once, maybe twice.
Sir, I am offended.
If anybody slaps me with a glove, I swear to you, there will be no duel. I'm just going to end them right there. I'm like, what was that?
What if they do a Robin Hood and slap you with a gauntlet?
I can respect that. Like, real respect's real. You slap me with a dainty little glove, I'm just going to end you. You slap me with a gauntlet, all right, we can do this thing. I can respect that. You just hit me with a piece of steel. Like, you meant business.
But how would we? I don't know if I would want to do a pistol duel.
What do you want to do? Rocket launchers at 5 feet?
No, fuck that. Bring back swords. Make sword duels a thing.
Yeah, but then I gotta practice with a sword.
I mean, technically, you got to practice with a pistol too.
Not at 10 paces. I take little steps. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Message brought to you by Two Bears Talking. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. But stop being offended.
Yes,
PC culture, die.
For the love of God, stop being offended.
Oh man.
I mean, and people get offended at the dumbest shit.
That offends me.
I don't care.
I mean, it's literally that simple. It's that easy to offend someone now.
It really is. And it's also really that easy to say, I don't care, because I don't.
But most people do care. They have the feels, man. They got the feels deep down.
It used to be like back when we were in school and we'd be telling your mama jokes.
Those are the best days.
And you get that one kid who, they might be lying, they might not, but Man, your mama's so fat. Don't talk about my mama. She dead.
Yeah. You know why he said that? Because he got tired of getting his ass roasted for 5 days straight. 300 just bad.
There was one time where I told a your mama joke on somebody,
And
the kid's mom was actually dead.
You're a dick.
I didn't know at the time, okay?
Enter with caution.
So I've been a little bit more cautious about that now. Now I only do your mama jokes on people I actually know, so if they try and say, my mama's dead, motherfucker, no she ain't.
I know your mama. I seen her last week. Oh, man.
Of course, then I'm going to get that one guy who's like, no, she just died like last night. Well, fuck.
Like, well, retroactively, yo, mama is so fat. I had to get the last one in.
But, yeah, you know, people get offended at the smallest shit. And I'm tired of it.
Dude, like, half of this new generation could not have survived in high school when we were in high school.
No.
Holy shit. I mean, we were horrible shits.
We were horrible people.
Like, good God.
Now we're horrible people with morals.
To me, morals and ethics are just letters that happen to make up words. like, what is ethics? It is a word. It has a definition. I don't believe it.
Oh, man.
Yep, that's yeah.
I'm face palming myself so hard right now.
That's just way better than that other thing you do.
I don't know the other thing you're referring to, so all I can say is,
Yeah, well, any of the listeners out there that got it, they know. They know. And you'll know when we go off air, because I'm not saying it.
See, you have morals.
No, I just don't want to get murdered by a producer. I have self-preservation mode.
Right. We've got a little bit of time left, so I'm going to take the opportunity now to get caught up on the last 3 weeks of missing out on plugging our Facebook page.
Of not plugging it.
Yeah. So, again, we have a Facebook page.
Actually, maybe that did us some help, because when I shared that picture on our Facebook page, it got the most interactions out of anything.
It really did.
And we hadn't talked about the Facebook page in forever, so maybe we should just not.
You think by not talking about it, it makes it better?
I think so. It's kind of like, you know, like when you were in high school, like, and you got in a fight. No one remembers who wins the fight. They just remember the fight happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. No one wants to recant getting their asses beat.
Right.
But, you know, like, I got my ass beat in high school.
Yeah.
No, I got in a fight in high school. Who won? I don't know. It was hazy.
It doesn't matter who won or who lost. The point is we shook hands at the end and had a beer together.
Very illegal.
So, but yeah, we do have a Facebook page, Two Beards Talking on Facebook.
Jesus Christ with the plugs.
Yeah, I know.
Shameless product plugs. I'm glad we don't have fucking merch yet.
Well,
Oh, damn it.
We are about to start getting some merch.
More shameless plugs to come.
Yes. But it's going to be good merch, you know. It's going to be like some of those double wall insulated tumblers and some shirts and hoodies and, you know, keychain fobs and stuff like, you know, good shit.
Yeah, good shit.
You know.
That we're going to plug.
Yeah.
Shamelessly.
Yeah. And it's going to be on the Facebook page, too.
That you don't go to. You know that thing you don't use? That's where we're going to put all of our merch.
It's going to be on Twitter, too.
Yeah, that other thing you don't use.
Yeah, that thing, too. Should we set up an Instagram?
So they can not use it? Sure.
I mean, maybe they'll use it.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's just set up a Pinterest while we're at it.
Fuck it. And a Snapchat.
I can do that in like 5 minutes. Got my phone right here. You want to Snapchat with us? You don't want to Snapchat
No, you
with
don't
us.
want to Snapchat with us.
I will send you some weird shit.
Oh, excuse me. So, And I think we need to do a special interest episode.
I don't know about it. Depends on the interest.
Well, yeah, I was talking to you about, like going to a college campus and, getting some college kids to give us their views on things.
I like my brain cell count where it's at. Don't want to drop it.
Well, then stop drinking.
Don't want to talk to college kids. I did that for 2 years while I was in college. Not recommended.
Well, So, but yeah, I think we should do something like that. I think it'd be pretty good.
I mean, we could try it.
Well, never hurts to try.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I'm trying to pick up the reference here.
I mean, that's like, what do your parents tell you right before they have you eat something super shitty? It never hurts to try. And then you take a bite and it tastes like hammered asshole, and you're like, yeah, thanks for that, Mom.
Well, yeah. But every once in a while, you get that one that it's like, it smells like shit and it looks like shit, but you taste it and you're like, actually not half bad.
Huh, yeah. No, that's never happened to me. No, not once. Can't say I was ever pleasantly surprised by something that looked and smelled like shit. Just polished turd is still a turd.
Well, snack pack pudding looks like shit. So
Nutella.
There you go. Oh man, but we got to wrap it up. I'm glad we were able to get back out here and talk to y'all again.
I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. So again, Facebook, Twitter, check us out. You guys overseas, keep up the good work. Come home safe. We're all rooting for you. This has been Two Beards Talking. I'm Daniel Sanders.
And I'm Matt Lassiter.
Thanks for listening, guys.